Hello again, it is Monday, and it's time for Method to the Madness. So, last Wednesday, what we did was our first exercise of team building within the church, so team building part 1. This week we will start up with team building part 2, but last week was definitely organized chaos, is probably the best way to kind of put it. It was a wonderful time to run around the church and also find out how bad 7th graders are at puzzles. So we had 9 stations and they were scattered all throughout. We had a Jenga station in the dining hall. We had a balloon tower station in this room. We had a cup stack with rubber bands. We had a nail painting of your nails station. I still have mine even after Wednesday. Bottle flip station. As a team, lift up a tent pole. There was an ice bucket. They had to go pick out marbles with their feet out of a ice bucket. A toilet paper roll station in the sanctuary. Yeah, a couple reasons for why we even did this. So the Jenga station was a puzzle. It was a puzzle. It was something that they needed to figure out, but it was defined. And so it was a little bit easier. These are the boundaries. This is it. It was already stacked, and they just needed to take out a piece. 100-piece puzzle down at the end of the hall was much harder. It was also, they had to look at a picture and recreate it as a team. The balloon tower station that happened in here, I told them that everybody needed to blow up a balloon, and then they needed to make a tower. And so it was ambiguous, which is exactly what might happen with some questions that we have throughout the semester. The ice bucket challenge down in Fellowship Hall had a bunch of marbles in it, and then it was filled with ice water. And it was really kind of nasty, especially there towards the end. But the whole point of that was actually there are different answers. There are different ways to go about it. So what I wanted them to do is I wanted them to use their feet, use their toes, to grab these marbles and get them out. And then for some, it was simply you go in, use your monkey toes, you grab it, and you're out of there. For others, it was you actually had to do some strategy. You scoot it up to the side, and then you lift out, and now you got a marble. Or you use both feet, and you put one of the marbles on top, and then you lift it out. So the whole point was that there are different answers. There are different ways to skin a cat, if you will. The small group leaders were the guides, and that was exactly what I wanted them to be. And so they were the ones that had the printout of the stations, of the directions of where to go and what to do. And it was the participants, the youth, that actually needed to look to their leaders to kind of guide them. The best part about all of this is that through it all, laughter. At the end of it, I couldn't get the teams to shut up, which was a great thing because they were all talking to each other. They were all communicating. They were saying how much fun they had. They were laughing, and they were already becoming this team that was the whole point of team building. We ended Wednesday night was a small bit of worship. And after all this craziness, after all of everything, we all sat down in Hibbert Hall after all this team building to come together once more and share our voices as a team of worshiping Christians. So as we look forward to team building part 2, we will do a little more intrinsic work to take a personality test, which I'm actually going to share on the Facebook page. So you even get to kind of know where you are on this spectrum. And the whole point of that is to realize that everyone in your little small group is not the same. You come together from different views, different personalities, different backgrounds, and to sit down in the same room and to have a conversation that's meaningful and to respect each other's opinions and to know where we are all coming from is very powerful. Everyone to feel like this space is safe, that they won't be attacked even though they are different. And that will slowly lead into their covenant groups, which is basically a promise that they're holding themselves accountable for. Each person in that room says, we're going to listen. we're going to not talk over each other. We're not going to have phones out while we're doing this. Alright guys, that's all I got for this week. We will see you next time.